So, guys, yeah, I have a few questions about the new signings, the new coach, because I feel like we haven't had time to, to sit down and talk about all of those things, those changes that are happening to the club, because this is a huge, huge, huge step. And I feel like it's something that we need to hear your thoughts on this. And I have a caller, and then we speak about this whole situation. Sure, my brother.
How are you, my man?
I'm good, Mr. Wandile. How are you?
I'm alright, QB. I'm alright, my man. No complaints at all.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. So, I was telling the viewers, Lapimaka, Guti, we have a situation, Guti, ever since we signed the new coach. It's something that we haven't talked about. We haven't discussed the changes that are happening at Naturena currently, because I think it's something huge, something big. And yeah, we definitely need to hear some of the opinions from you guys, Guti. What are you guys saying about the new coach, the new signings, and everything that is happening at Naturena currently? So, to start off, I'm just gonna give you some few questions, and then you're gonna answer on what when you base feel or think about what is currently happening. So are you ready?
I'm always ready. You know, my man.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Alright, that's good to hear. So in terms of the new signings, currently, which new signing are you most excited about, and give us a reason why? Because we've signed a few players.
Yeah, well, we've signed a new players. Mostly, I'm excited about Miguel Ignacio.
Yeah.
I think we needed somebody who can be strong at the back, be able to move to the front. He's good with passes and so forth. So I'm very excited about him because I know now that from the defense part of point, won't be playing the ball, tapping it around only there in the defense line. We'll be moving it forward. You understand? So I'm very excited. I'm happy about Cirino. Even though it was a technical move for Cirino, I think Cirino is now showing that he's willing to prove himself right, that he wants to play. So I'm happy about him. I'm happy that we promoted a couple of young boys that will show us their skills and talent. It's not that I'm not happy about Sam. I think Sam would be good if we were to convert him to a winger rather than a left back, because he likes to go into the front. However, look, as a player, as a backup player, I'm happy that we have it, because we're gonna need a backup there on the left back, because we don't know as yet right now that who is going to fill in that space full time.
Yeah.
Given the fact that Dove is injured, and Mashian is not giving us much of that on that position. You understand? So while we still are trying to sign maybe Basadino or Hanamu, and I still felt that we could still have options in Bradley Cross as well, because he's still good in that option, So, but then I'm happy about the signings that we have so far. I'm just worried that we're moving slow in signing players. That's all.
That's the only problem you currently think that is Kaizer just need to fix in terms of signing players. They are moving a bit slow.
We are a bit slow, given the fact that today is the 16th. We have 28 days before our first game. So it would have been nice to have a month of a full squad already. Now, within that month, they practice together. We see combinations. We see who we're going to put where. You understand? Look at the back. At the back, we have signed Dotley. I'm happy about Dotley. Very good center back who can play as a left back as well.
Yeah.
So imagine we have got Dotley there. We've got Inacio there. We've got Msimango there. Obviously, we with Titi, I cannot confirm on Titi, because definitely there's rumors that Titi might be leaving us. So we've got Sam there. So we've got, now I'm just talking about the defense now. We've got Nkweneka.
Yeah.
So we've got Mashiane. So within those people, we still, I still feel that we need one extra or two extra, one in the right, one in the left, because obviously we still have, what's this, Frosler. We still have Frosler, and I cannot count Solomons because Solomons is injured.
Yeah.
So, and now Frosler is there. Frosler needs a backup because what happens if Frosler is injured or is suspended? We still need a backup there. Yeah, I know. And so if we can have one or two, you understand, there at the back, I'll be happy. That we should have signed by already by now, you understand?
Yeah.
And then focus on the middle because there in the middle of the park, I still believe we need one or two,
Definitely.
one or two players. And, in the front, we still need two more strikers. So in essence, we need 6 players that we should be set 8 actually with the wingers at the present moment. You understand? So with that, we are moving slow because now obviously there's this issue of pricing and there's this issue of finances. So those are the things. But I'm happy with the signings, especially Dotley, Inacio. Those are my highlights.
Your highest players that the Kaizer Chiefs have currently signed, and you're happy with them. Well, it looks like you have answered most of my questions in terms of the new signings. The only question now I can ask is, how do you think the new players will fit into the team's current strategy?
Yeah, well, I've seen that. You know what? I'll be very honest with you. Before we got the new coach, I never saw any gaps that we had. I always believe we have good players. Until he assessed these people and showed us the what could I say, the negative, the cons of these players, so we saw that, okay, no man, we've got to get there, So now when we get these players, now you're asking me a question, how do they going to fit into the play? You understand?
Yeah.
I've seen that Nabi wants to play from the back, moving forward. He wants to play the ball.
Yeah, he wants to build from the back.
We are building from the back. We're not going to be playing route 1 all the time and so forth. You understand? And I think he wants to use wingers as well. You understand? Where he can get a full number 9 there, and the wingers will cross it the balls and so forth. That's why right now there is a challenge in getting wingers, and there is a challenge in getting that specific number 9 striker. You understand? And that's why I said to you, we need 2 people in the middle, a ball player, another ball player, and another defense. Just for competition's sake. Understand? Because we still have these boys where we can take maybe Villagazi and make him a ball player. He must be a playmaker. So we can do that. But given with Dotley, Inacio, knowing how Inacio plays, with Sereno and Villagazi being there, I think the combination of the 3 within coming to the middle, if we put Inacio to be playing a defensive midfielder there, is going to be an awesome game to see. Understand?
A nice combination.
Again we can have players, but the most important thing is when we go for a game, who do you put where?
That's a very good question.
Because now Inacio can be a defensive midfielder.
Yeah,
he can be a centre back. He can be a left back. He can be a right back. He can play as a left back as well. You understand? And a centre back. 3. So it depends who you are going to put where. How? You understand? So that is the basic challenge that is going to confuse a whole lot of clubs at the end of the day on how. Because I can start the game putting Inacio as a centre back, putting Dotley as a left back, Frost as a right back, and so forth. I can still now change within a certain 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game and say, Frostler, come into left back, because Frostler can still play a left back. And say, Dotley, go into the centre back, Inacio, go into the middle. You understand? Or, you can shift players. So we're going to be playing a very confusing type of a game whereby players are not predictable where you find them, and that is how they're going to be fitting into this. And that's why I love basically the signings that we have, because they are not predictable. You can use them anywhere. So I'm still here to get another beautiful player who can be a left back, yet can play as well as a centre back. You understand? Yes.
No, Anyaguzwa. And then looking at the new coach, because obviously now we talked much about the signings. Now let's just take a look at the new coach. Go back a little bit and just analyze the new coach. What are your first impressions of the new coach when he got signed, So what were your first impressions?
I'll be very honest with you. Let's start before they signed him. Before they signed him, I vouched for Pizzo. I wanted Pizzo.
Definitely. A lot of people there. Yeah.
I was one of those people who wanted Pizzo. But then Nabi has come through, and I was impressed by one thing. Before he came, he had certain things to do, and he finished his project before coming through. That is commitment. That shows commitment. So he came through. He assessed the players. After he assessed the players, you could now hear that so and so is not good enough. So and so is not good enough. So and so. He made it clear to us, guys, listen. You have players, but not players that would fit the style of Kaizer Chiefs. That's point number one.
Definitely.
He's not the thing you got.
Sorry?
Players, but they don't fit the play. He didn't say you've got bad players. He said you've got good Kaizer Chiefs. So you still have good players, but they don't fit within the play, the style that Kaizer Chiefs should be playing. Understand? So that is why some of the players, he said, loan them out. Don't sell them, but loan them out. You understand? And the ones that I say sell them. And whatever is brought to our attention, that showed me that guy is a good coach. The second thing that I liked about it were the mistakes that happened on the game of Yanga, especially done by Mbutu.
Yes,
how he encouraged Mbutu. How he encouraged Mbutu and how he became. It showed me that this is a father figure. This is somebody who understands how to deal with the emotions of players rather than only coaching and everything. So he's an awesome coach. So I'm very, very happy about Nabi. I think we need to just be patient with him and understand his vision, because now he has been given the vision of the club. He has aligned the vision of the club with his vision and what he sees. So we need to now buy into both the vision of the club and what he sees, and basically support him in that. What worries me is one. And this is what I've said. Nabi, if Nabi says, listen, guys, I want Asanele.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's just buy Asanele. We can go over budget in this period. But why are we going over budget on this period? We need to go over budget on this period because we are now revamping. Revamping is that starting from scratch and rebuilding the team and rebranding. Just like the way when we let go of the likes of Bumato, the likes of a whole lot of our old players.
Yeah.
Yes, we were revamping. Now we are revamping again because now we haven't been winning anyway. So we need to be patient. We need to know what we want. Understand? I know a whole lot of our supporters, they want this player, that player, that player. We can want all the players that are good, but we are not going to have all those players. Understand? Definitely. So we have to acknowledge that if ever we cannot have Grant, because Grant is committed to Sundowns, it's fine, but let's get somebody who will be the same like him. If we cannot get Basadin, because Stelis don't want to sell us Basadin, we now have Inasho. We can then get Hanamu. If we cannot get Hanamu, who else do we look into? And give the player a chance to express themselves. And let's see, because the competition is high and players want to prove themselves because players want to move.
Wow.
That's all I can tell you. So I'm happy with Nabi. I believe in him. And I think that our fans need to be very patient. The only thing that I would request probably from our fans is by supporting Nabi.
Yeah.
They need to make sure that they pressure management to buy the players that Nabi wants.
So
whether we do a petition or whatever, we need to make sure that management buys the players that Nabi wants.
So you're suggesting, Wuti, as fans, we do some sort of petition where they will see that we need those kind of players so that Nabi, if needs them, he can get them. We need to force them.
100%. 100%.
That's an interesting idea.
If he doesn't get those players, we are setting him for failure. Tomorrow we'll be blaming him, but we didn't give him the correct tools that he wants. If you want a chisel and I want a hammer for the same job, I said, give me a hammer, let me give you a chisel. So if you're going to give me a chisel and say, work with a chisel, and I don't know how to use a chisel, I know how to use a hammer, then it's a different thing. So you're setting me for failure. Definitely. So Nabi says, I want Fiston Mayele. Let's get Fiston Mayele. Let's get Asanele Belebai. You understand? We can still get a police even today. You understand? But we are moving slow. We can still get whoever we want.
Yeah, definitely.
So we need to be moving fast.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So in terms of the expectations from the new coach, what are you expecting from the team under the new coach?
To be quite frank and honest with you, reasonable expectations, you understand? If the coach firstly can bring us above the 10 that we are at, at least we must end up within a range of between number 4 and 6. I would be happy. On the top 8.
Yeah, just
that
the top 8.
First. Yeah, that is just the first goal. You understand? That's that. Second goal, right? We can say, okay, next year we are in cups. We are all in cups, and we have landed there. Then let's get maybe 2 trophies next year and end up on the 3rd spot maybe, and then play the African games. Understand? In Africa as well. So you understand? In the top 3. You understand? In the next season now. Understand? So now you add the goals as the season goes on. You understand? So on the last season of his contract, we can say now we won the league. Right? And then we can build up from there. So I don't want to put so much strain on the coach and say, this season we want a trophy and we want to go in the top 3. That's too much. Unless we are going to get best of the best in players.
So the players dictate whether the coach does have success or he does not get success at the club.
True that.
Okay, last but not least, this question I think is very important. So, which upcoming matches are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, well, I did it. I'll tell you the truth. I saw that there's a couple of matches that have been, there's already the league been there and so forth. I didn't want to even look into them, However, I'm looking at, I want to see when we play Stellis. I'm interested in that game. When we play Stellis, I'm interested in the game when we play Sundowns. Understand? Those are the 2. I'll tell you why. Firstly, Stellis has been a very competitive club. And I think they've challenged us as Kaizer Chiefs by not selling us the players that we were requesting for. It's a challenge. That's point number 1. So we need to be challenging them in the field of play to show them whether you have given us what we need or not. This is what we're going to show you, what we are building. That's point 1. Point 2, Sundowns has always been saying that emotionally they are strong and so forth. With the departure of Mokoena and the game that I saw them play, of which I was disappointed in seeing them playing the style that they were playing. I want to see how are they going to match us pound for pound, toe for toe, because we have been matching them. They've been beating us while we are matching them. Now, in this time, With the courage and with Nabi being there, with the players that we are now having, let's see what will come about between them, because those are the champions of the league, right? So I want to see them. The next game that I want to see, but I think it's a bit far, as Pirates, when we meet Pirates, because I think Pirates has got the best team this season so far.
Yeah.
And I want to see where their best team will they match the tactics that we are coming with. You know? Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. I think you've said enough, and I'm happy with how you answered your questions. It's something that we're all waiting to see. What is Kaizer Chiefs going to bring this time around in terms of the new coach, the new signings, and also, obviously, like you said, we're still hoping Kaizer Chiefs, the management, can give Coach Nabi everything that he needs, the support, and also the support from the fans. So, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother.
I thank you, but before you go,
okay,
I'm still on this point, right? And I want this to be known actually by our fans as they listen to you. You know, I still need them to revisit that video, that Andile Mncube interview. It's very, very important. Where that lady, what's her name?
It's Basia Michaels. Yes.
Yeah, Basia Michaels. Where she mentions that Cape Town City wanted between 35 and 40 million for Mayo. For Mayo.
No.
That's what she said. And I want us to clarify. Between 35 and 40. That's what they wanted. And she came around and said, Chiefs were 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
Not financially. Listen to me, not financially. They had a solid proposal, a solid. So how much do we suggest the solid could be? I don't think that was anything less than 25.
Yeah.
Understand?
Definitely.
So if they had a solid amount, I'm saying to them, right now we are told Mayele is 20 million. Or let's say 27 million. I'll just give it to them between 20 and 27.
Yeah. Let's just say 30 million.
Yeah. What's failing us to take out the 20 and say, really, we want Mayele, right?
Yeah.
So a whole lot of people are saying Chiefs are having a challenge financially. We've got the budget. And right now, we still have an opportunity now to sell Dupree. I will be sad if Dupree goes. However, tactically, listen to me, tactically, if Dupree was to give us 40 million, let's leave the guy to go and grow. Let's take the 40 and give him the option to go and grow and say, my brother, you're still welcome. If you ever things are not going well, you're still welcome to come back home. But we'll take the 40 and go and buy Mayele. With the 25 that we had for Mayo, we can still put in for Velabai and whoever else that we need or we want.
Definitely. That's something that could definitely
just
work.
Shut the clubs. Let's shut these people their mouths when they say, no, we want 10 million. We know, okay, the player is valued at 6 million and they want 10 million. Let's give them the 10.
Yeah.
I said, we will make profit out of that 10, believe me. I know that with Velabai, we could make still profit out of it within the next coming 2-3 years. Because the vision that I see, if Nabi is going to be successful, you must listen to me carefully, of which I do see that it's going to be successful. We are going to lose a lot of players internationally.
Yeah.
And when the clubs internationally starts coming and buying our players, what are we going to do? We need to be having backup. So we need to buy a lot of players for backup. So I don't want you to stretch it long. I just wanted, before you leave, I should just mention that point. So that Chiefs supporters must make a petition. We need to speak to management to do the right thing for us so that we can be happy.
Definitely, and you have quite a good point. You have quite a good point when it comes to that, and I do think, Uti, the viewers at home now, they also need to answer to this question. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense with the Kaizer Chiefs. They wanted to buy or Kanyisa Mayo at that amount of money, but now they are failing to get us for Fiston Maela, which is something that doesn't make any sense. So a petition, I think, would be a good way to reach them, and it's something that I think I have to talk with someone from Twitter, the Twitter space, because that's where most of those things they see them. So it's a very good point. It's a very good point. But anyways, thank you so much, Mfetu. I'm really happy that there are people like you, true fans of the Kosi Nation, and yeah, you guys are helping out in terms of the success of the club.
Thank you, my brother. And all I want to say to everybody is that love and peace, the Glamour Boys are back.
Kosi for life.